Good morning, Heritage High School. Welcome back for part 3 of our Foundations of Health course. I am your coach and leader, Sam, from Rock Fitness and Performance and founder of Fitness Fights Cancer. Today we're going to be going deeper into the mind and the breath to bring out our peak performance, the potential that we all have within us. So just a quick recap, what we learned in part 1 and part 2 of our intro into this course. We learned about the power of the mind and how we have to give it direction. What do we want and why do we want it? In order to make a plan, in order to be able to go somewhere, you have to have a point B. You can have multiple points along the way, but you have to have a final destination. So it's guiding our minds and our body in that direction. We talked a lot about how health is connected. We looked at brain scans of what does anxiety and what does depression look like under a SPECT scan. We could see those inflammation markers. We learned that how the human body and mind is directly connected. Our mental health and our physical health are one. So when any part of this either machine that we call our body or the supercomputer that runs this whole system is off, you're going to expect to see other things that are off as well. So it's taking into account that the body as a whole, looking at it from one holistic view of how everything is interconnected. We also learned about a couple amazing people on the forefront of science and just crazy awesome types of stuff, like Wim Hof, who climbed Mount Everest and Kilimanjaro in shorts and no shirt. We learned about James Nestor in the book Breath, part of the Stanford studies. That's where we got the box breathing from. They traveled around the world finding the best pulmonauts and people who could go underwater for over 12 minutes on a single breath of air, and all other cool things as well. We learned about Mel Robbins and the 5-second rule, how to trick your subconscious in 5 seconds before it deceives you and has you deviate towards the thing that you know you're not supposed to be doing. So these are all tools, these are all resources, things that we can do. But here's the thing, you can read all the books in the world, take all these different courses on personal development and everything like that. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Knowledge times action is empowering. It's that action. It's a do process. You have to take this and do with it. Try again. And that's what we're going to complete today is the success formula. We started with part 1 and 2, what do you want and why do you want it? And we're going to finish it off right now in this presentation. So let's jump right in. Foundations of health, breathe better, live better. Conscious health for peak performance, because that is what we are trying to achieve, reaching that potential that we all have within us. The success formula. This is something that I put together from all the best coaches, athletes, business coaches, artists, people who have reached great levels of success and fulfillment in their life. There's a common theme of what got them there. And I'll give you a hint. It's not talent. It was a mindset. And that's what we're going to learn about today. Because success is not a linear line. There are ups, there are downs. It's about enjoying the process. This is where you get to learn about yourself, who you really are deep down. Because that's where, at the end, when you reach that goal, you're going to find that the fulfillment was not in the end goal itself. It was the journey along the way, the people you met, the person who you became to achieve that goal. That's what you're going to find to be most fulfilling. Success leaves clues. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Find someone who has done it, study them, and make it work for you. An example, the book Breath by James Nestor. There's over a decade of studies, traveling the world, talking to pulmonauts, some of the best athletes that he's interviewed, and people like that. You can listen to all that in under 12 hours on Audible. Find someone who has done it and make it your own. And this can be applied in your relationships, your studies, where you want to go to college. Find out what you want and find someone who's done that. And that's who you can look at and say, what made them that success? What got them to that level of performance? Talent does not equal success. This is a very big misconception that the most genetically gifted person is going to get that. Talent does not equal success. There's a very big misconception. It is not about the most genetically talented person or the smartest person. It's about the person who tries the hardest. It's the person that refuses to give up and keep pushing forward. Success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. Zig Ziglar, very successful person. But that is the truth, though. There's a lot of very talented people that fall short, who did not reach their genetic potential. It's because they did not have that mindset to push them. And I see this a lot of times in athletes. And again, when I play college football, there's a lot of athletes that should have been bigger Division I athletes. But they had a very low level mindset, and they did not know how to push themselves to that limit, how to really get the most out of themselves. They quit when they could have done great things. So what's stopping you? What are the excuses that you're coming up with? Whether it's real or not even not real. What are the stories that you're telling yourself why you can't achieve this goal? Whether I can't apply to this school that I want to go to because I'm not smart enough, or I want to get this car but I don't have enough money and I can't make enough by that time. What are the things that are holding you back? And I call these contemplations, the little voices in the back of your head that are telling you why you can't do something. So that's going to be part 3 of our success formula. We've already learned part 1 and 2. What do you want? Why do you want it? So what's stopping you? What are the roadblocks that you faced? What is the story that you're telling yourself about why you can't achieve that goal? So again, if you've tried something, whether it's a weight loss journey, and you're trying to get in better shape, you want to look better, feel better, have better confidence in yourself, what has stopped you from reaching that? Is it a problem with your nutrition? You don't like to exercise, or you just really don't know how to do it properly? You feel like you're wasting your time? What are all these things? And I want you to write them out, because that's going to be part of your homework. What are those little things that have been holding you back? Whether it is from applying to a certain college, or you want to get this job, this is what you want to do for your future, but you don't feel that you're good enough to do it, or that you're talented enough, or you're smart enough. What are the things that you want, and what are the things that are holding you back? Because a lot of times they're not even real. Because then what we can do is we can build your action plan. Break down that big step into monthly, weekly, daily action steps that you can take to get to that goal. Because when you break it down, it takes away a lot of the anxiety. It takes away a lot of the stress. Now, this is a due process. You have to do it with a relentless drive. And when you fail, learn why and do it again. Try again. Again, it's not true failure until you give up on yourself. Now let's go back to the breath. So when you're feeling stressed, return to the breath. Because again, all those things are great that we learned about success, but you'd be surprised all the little things that makes a good athlete a great athlete. What makes, again, a good singer a great singer is actually their nasal breathing. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Nasal breathing versus mouth breathing. And how mouth breathing is one of the worst things that you can be doing. And one of the simplest things that you can do to change your health right now is just breathe through your nose. Sleep apnea, snoring, when we're chronic mouth breathers, that's why we wake up tired. You can get a full night's rest, and if you're waking up super tired and low energy, you might want to ask yourself why. Because, a very simple thing you can do, and I do this every night, I had to tape my mouth shut, learn how to nasal breathe, that was in the book Breath, but gone. I fixed over 15 years of sleep apnea within a month and a half. And it was a very just simple technique like that. But you'd be surprised all the things that you can improve in your performance, but also your mental health through breathing through your nose. Because remember, the SPECT scans from the Amen Clinic, a lot of stress and anxiety is just inflammation markers in our brain. If you can balance out the oxygen and CO2 levels, you can bring those inflammation levels down, and then you have a better train of thought. You can think about that stressed out situation, how you can move past it. Again, it's not going to cure the things that you have, but I'm not even necessarily saying that there's something wrong with you, because there isn't. There are just imbalances, and if we learn what that means, we can find a way to break through it. Just like in the success formula. If your goal is to work on your mental health, here's certain steps that you can take to fix that. But also you can use this breathing for your performance. If you're an athlete, you need to be nasal breathing. Olympic athletes, marathon runners, they all breathe through their nose. Some of the most successful people in the world of sports and athletics are nasal breathers. So the nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. You might have heard of fight or flight, but there's a third F. It's flight, or freeze. So when we're constantly in a state of stress, this system is taxed. That's when we get a lot of anxiety. We get that, again, this is meant to protect us. The system is meant to turn off our digestion, turn off everything so we can just go. Protection, run. It is not meant for us to sit still at a computer feeling stressed out and having all of those hormones hit our system. That is why we were feeling that way. So what we need to learn how to do is we can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, and it's through the power of the breath. Getting in cortisol, we're stressed out, we can't think, we can't focus. But also that's why we can gain weight, because again our metabolism is not digesting food because our hormones are they're not directed to do that right at the time. So same thing in the opposite in the parasympathetic nervous system. It's like when we do calm down the brain and our body goes back to homeostasis, that's when you can have that clear train of thought. Your mind is able to learn. The intuition, your awareness is there. Being able to handle difficult situations is much greater when you are in a more of a parasympathetic state where your body and you are in control. So how many breaths a day are you aware of? We take about 25,000 breaths a day. How many of those are you conscious of? That is why I have in our title, Conscious Breathing, because we have to be aware of the breath. And when you're aware of the breath and then the power it can do for your body and your brain, you'll be doing this on a daily basis and thinking about all of those breaths. So I'm going to teach you a new technique, alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. This technique has been used for thousands of years and in recent has been scientifically proven to decrease heart rate, lower blood pressure, meaning that it is calming down that sympathetic nervous system. So what you're going to do is take your thumb, pointer finger. Now we're going to do this together. I'm just going to do a quick demonstration. So you're going to place them right on top of your nostrils. You're going to close the thumb. So I'm putting thumb on the right, pointer on the left. I'm going to inhale through the left, close, hold, open the right, exhale, close, hold, open the right, inhale, close, hold, open the left, exhale, close, hold, and we're going to repeat. Open the left, inhale, close, hold, open the right, exhale, close, hold, and we're just going to do that about 3 times. So let's go ahead and try it together. So what I want you to do is, again, take your thumb, pointer finger. We're going to do this 3 total times. You're going to place them right above your nostrils. So I want you to close your right with your thumb, and when I give you the countdown, I'll do 3, 2, 1, inhale. You're going to inhale through the nose, hold it, open the opposite, exhale, close, hold, open the right, and we'll repeat. So let's go ahead in 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the left, close, hold, exhale through the right, close, hold, open the right, inhale, close, hold, open the left, exhale, close, hold, open the left, inhale, close, hold, open the right, close, hold, open the right, inhale, close, hold, open the left, exhale, close, hold one more time, inhale through the right, close, hold, open the right, exhale, close, hold, open the right, inhale, close, hold, open the left, exhale, and done. So, very simple, but very effective. So homework, again, what do you want? Why do you want it? And then I mainly want you to focus on what are your roadblocks. What are the things that have been holding you back? And then we're going to learn how to create a plan on how to break through those roadblocks and those contemplations, the little voices in the back of your head telling you why you can't do them. And then also I want you to try the alternate nostril breathing when you feel stressed. Do 5 full cycles. You can inhale, exhale for as long as you want. Give it a try and see how it works for you. And also, I would love your feedback. Thank you for everyone who used the survey. I liked everything you guys had to say, and we're going to do more of what you want to see. So you can email me at sam@therock.fit or shoot me a message on Instagram. I'd be more than happy to hear from you. So that is it for today's lesson. Thank you all, and I will see you next time.